We're here with Professor Alex Groh of Lyon Business School. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
What are you going to be speaking about here at Capital Creation 2012?
Well, we'll discuss options in new emerging and new frontier countries. What opportunities do they deliver for venture capital and private equity investors? Are they already mature enough for investing in them? So the debate is, shall investors allocate capital there early, or shall they rather wait? This is going to be debated. This is a big discussion. I'm not sure if going there on the spot at the first time, being the first investor, finally pays back. Maybe it's a more prudent strategy to wait, to let others get there first, burn their hands, make experience. This is the trade-off between making early experience and the cumbersome deal flow that investors might expect in not yet mature countries if they invest too early there.
What's the predominant way of thinking in the industry? Do most people sit back and wait a little, let others test the market, or what's the sort of slant on that?
Well, that's a very tough question. Some investors say you have to be there first to get access to the most qualified GPs, because later you don't get access there. This is definitely a strong argument. Others say, I only invest there if I already see established businesses and established track records from others, because unless I don't see it, it's too risky for me. So I can't take my investors' money and put it to such a high risk. So this is also a reasonable strategy, and probably somewhere in the middle is the truth. Because investing too early is definitely exposed to a particular risk that a big part of the investors should not and will not face.
And what have been those main risks over the past 12 months?
Well, in the past, we've seen the Arab Revolution, for instance. Was that expected? I'm not sure if that could have been expected. This might now increase the process of development, but this is still an open question. This might also lead to a completely different changed environment, which is not inviting venture capital and private equity investors anymore. So this is definitely some risk that investors in emerging markets are always facing: political instability, unforeseeable events, revolutions. This is definitely something which investors in emerging markets are exposed to.
And looking at the newspapers, 2013 looks like it could be fairly turbulent in all sectors, really.
Well, it looks, and if we realize about everything that's currently happening in Europe, maybe investors need to stronger focus on what evolves in other parts of this world to participate in the economic development, because eventually, from the European perspective, the closer future is not as bright as it is obviously promising now in more distant countries.
What brings you to Capital Creation this year? You mentioned you hadn't been before, so this is your first time. What was it that made you think you should be here?
Well, it's a very interesting event for me. I have been invited to participate in the debate on the emerging markets and emerging markets attractiveness, and I look very much forward to continuously being here and adding my point of views, my academic point of views, to the practitioners' audience.
Alex, thank you very much.
Thank you.